Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Hontai 374, as the catalytic miasma filters throughout the arena. We welcome our first competitor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from the realm of the yokai, accompanied by the great Tanuki and Ultra Matisumara, representing Yokai Hontai, Shiroke Kitsune.
The white-furred fox, Shiroke Kitsune, ready for action, looking to get his first win as a member of Yokai Hontai, and this is a match for revenge. Looking to avenge his one and only loss in the Animated Wrestling League. It's fantasy versus hardcore business reality.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from the office, accompanied by the very kind assistants, representing Zidon J, Mr. Shota.
Formerly known as Hiroyuki Shota of the Flying Yukis, now a simple, humble Japanese salaryman. He defeated Shiroke Kitsune in the White Fox's first match as a member of the main AWL roster. Tonight, with a little bit of even playing field, a little bit of backup in the form of Yokai Hontai, we have the rematch. On a night where the Intercontinental Championship will be defended, the number one contendership to the Joshi title will be decided. There's a lot of action coming at you right here, right now, as Ultramantis Black gives the pep talk from ringside. 10 minutes on the clock. Tachiai, collar and elbow tie-up, and a pushback into the corner by Shiroke Kitsune, in control of Mr. Shota. And of course, those very kind assistants. We don't know too much about them. We know they can wrestle if necessary, but I think they're more there for intimidation than anything else. Vertical suplex. Simple, standard, not the high-flying offense that we're used to from the former Flying Yuki. And there's a speed of endless light. Ultramantis Black happy about that, as is the great Tanuki. Miss with the back chops. Takedown by Mr. Shota. Two completely different aspects of Japanese culture at war with each other here. The fantastical, the mythological, the supernatural versus the mundane and the, frankly, soul-crushing. 1 minute in here. Tonight, Kyoujin Kobayashi will defend the AWL Intercontinental Championship against the blade that cuts between life and death, Sonbou no Yaiba, in our main event. We also have Yin versus Akira Merune, number one contenders match for the AWL Joshi Championship. That match will take place next week, the title match. We also have our two contenders for the Grand Championship from AWL Hontai. Wyvern and Gyokuto will go one-on-one, rank on the line. Everything to play for here tonight at AWL 374. Check out the chapters in the description below, as well as the time bar. And if you like what you're seeing, please give us a like, a share, a subscribe, enable notifications so you never miss a moment of animated wrestling action as we make our way to a great upgrade. That's all I should say about that for the moment. 8 minutes and change remaining. Irish whip across the ropes. Ooh! Swing and a miss by Shiroke Kitsune. Remember, Kitsune is highly inexperienced. The newest member of the AWL roster, the newest graduate of the dojo. Oh, overhand chop. Nasty looking chop right between the ears of Shiroke Kitsune. We take a look at the win-loss records here in AWL Hontai. Shiroke Kitsune 0-1, and that won a loss to Mr. Shota, who is 12-21 in his AWL career, and that puts him at -9 in the win-loss ratio, 12 minus 21, and that puts him in danger of the danger zone. Every season here in the AWL, we have what we call Batsumania, where the 4 worst wrestlers in the league in terms of win-loss records compete in a very special elimination four-way match, and the loser loses their career, fired immediately. Mr. Shota and his tag team partner, Mr. Nobuyuki, are going to have to fight like hell to stay out of Botsumania. In fact, at this point, it may not be mathematically possible, just to be honest with you, as Shiroke Kitsune going to show us the Flying Fox style. Kitsune can! No water in the pool. A massive crash and burn on the outside with 6.5 minutes on the clock. After a string of failures in this season in the AWL ring, Wyvern, the Great Tanuki, and Shiroke Kitsune decided to team up and work with the legend Ultra Mantis Black to determine if this Yokai Butai, this Yokai Squadron, could have a future here. Cross body block into the cover, but only for a 2 count. Shiroke Kitsune gets that furry shoulder up and off of the mat just in time. Going up now. Looking to fly and elbow drop from the top. Classic AWL action. I haven't said that in a long time. Elbow drop from the top. I miss doing that. And now into a face lock. Knee to the small of the back. Ultramantis cheering on his mentee in the Whiteford Fox Spirit. Irish whip. And a nasty looking drop there. And kaboom! Shiroke Kitsune going down. But right back up to his paws. It's been back and forth already. This is just our opening match, ladies and gentlemen. We still have the IC title on the line. We've still got 2 matches with massive contendership implications for both of the top singles title in the league. Drop of the fist, drop of the paw.
5 minutes. 5 minutes past.
As they've reached the halfway point, this match now longer, I believe, than the first match that they had. Oh! Beautiful spinning kick. As Shiroke Kitsune is starting to look a little bit gassed. That might be inexperience. That might be a lack of seasoning of this youngest member of Yokai Butai. 1. Well, I say youngest, but I don't actually know how old this Whiteford Fox Spirit happens to be, but okay, we've seen this before. Boom! I believe that's called Kyubi Nejire, the 9-tail twist, and Shiroke Kitsune balances the scales. 1 and 1, getting the win back. Kyubi Nejire. 1, 2, 3. The very kind assistants look on helplessly. Yatta!
Shiroke Kitsune!
Ultramantis Black providing a bit of a running translation there. We thank him for that. Our next match with championship implications, rank on the line, Dragon versus Evil Bunny Man. I love professional wrestling. Once again, the catalytic miasma infects the arena.
The calling card of Yokai Butai. The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring accompanied by Ultra Mantis Black, representing Yokai Butai, Wyvern!
As the dragon fire illuminates the arena as it did in years gone by, Wyvern, the bearer of the sigil of the AWL Dragon Dynasty, has made his alliance with the forces of the Black Tea Garden. He's been the number 4 contender on and off for a good chunk of this season, winning and losing that position in the AWL Best 4 to and from various members of the Pit.
And his opponent,
Oh, shut up.
accompanied by Kyoujin, from the dark side of the moon, Gyokuto.
The Shadow Walker, Gyokuto, moving around the darkness as one would move through air. The dark spirit infected this once good and noble bunny man, now a mere pawn of the forces of the pit. Ultramantis Black referring to Wyvern's victory in the Fight for 4 last week over Aztec Kaiser Neo, reminding his charge of past victories to spur him on to future glory. And he's going to need it. Gyokuto, no slouch here. On the plus side of the win-loss records, 57 and 55, more than 110 matches in his AWL career. Wyvern, however, one of the top win-loss records in the company, no matter the fact that he's had a bad season. Wyvern is 57 and 48, ratio of +9, so relatively similar levels of experience. Wyvern with a better lifetime record, Gyokuto with a better record this season, such is the way of the Animated Wrestling League. Gyokuto, of course, the number 2 contender in the AWL Best 4. The number 1 contender, Shenron, the Spirit Dragon, the Master of Motion, will challenge for the AWL Grand Championship next week, next Friday, on AWL Strong and Free. So make sure to subscribe so you will not miss that championship match of a giant robot man versus a dragon. And of course, Shenron's former tag team partner looking to become the number 2 contender in this match. Of course, rank on the line. If Wyvern, the lower ranked wrestler, can defeat Gyokuto, the higher ranked wrestler, they will swap positions. That is the way of the AWL Best 4. You are expected to maintain your rank. If you are a top challenger for the top championship in all of animated wrestling, I would dare say in all of professional wrestling, you are not expected to lose matches, and if you do, there are consequences. Wyvern with a beautiful Hurricane Rana, signature move of the Dragon style. The Dragon Dynasty here in the AWL throughout our history won. Of course, the original AWL champion way back in the early 2000s was Dragon, the original AWL Dragon, who handpicked Wyvern to be his successor. Kick to the midsection, and there's the Dragon Drop, the move that made the original Dragon the original champion. But the Demon Gisei getting involved here. Ultramantis Black not going to be happy about that. Of course, Ultramantis Black already cheering one of his wrestlers on to victory here tonight in the form of Shiroke Kitsune. That now Wyvern looking for similar victory and glory. Irish whip into the corner. Kick to the midsection, but a nice shove. Shoves him all the way across the ring. Dig down deep for the strength. Into the vertical suit. Nope. Hard shot to the back of the neck and going over the top rope, I think, maybe? What is he doing? Yeah, he is. Going right through the ropes. And Wyvern, you will believe a dragon can fly off the ropes. Tope con hiro! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to professional wrestling in 2022. If you don't like it, there's a bunch of old stuff for you to watch, but we like this sort of shit. And Gisei getting very close to getting his man disqualified here. If Wyvern were to win by disqualification, and a second Dragon Drop, and I believe blood has been spilt, disqualification would mean a victory for Wyvern. It would mean an increase in rank. There's nobody to tag in this situation. Throughout most of his AWL career, Gyokuto has been a tag team wrestler. Wyvern had with experience there as well. Shinjidai Sunrise. Speaking of the former tag team, the referee distracted. Where the hell is he? Referee not making the call there. I've got to believe Gisei was involved in that. I've got the same camera view you do here at the socially distanced commentation station. We're going back up. And her Bunny Kanrana and the steel chair slid into the ring by Gyokuto. Sorry, by Gisei. And oh, got him! Usagi no Moonsault into the knees. Brilliant counter by Wyvern. Now trying to chop away the legs of the high flyer. That's smart. Someone with the incredible leaping ability of Gyokuto. You want to get his legs out from under him. Now looking maybe for the Dragon Star. He was a Dragon Star press. And that is a knockout. Wyvern with a knockout with the Dragon Star to pick up the victory. I believe we do have the update.
Here is your winner, Wyvern!
And there you see it. Shenron makes the challenge on Friday, and then it's either going to be Wyvern versus the Giant Cyborg, or it's going to be the Double Dragons Explode. One way or another, the winners, the wrestling fans. And if you're watching the AWL, you are a hardcore wrestling fan. We move now over to the Joshi Division #1 contendership, again to challenge next week.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a #1 contenders match in the AWL Joshi Division. Introducing first, making her way to the ring from the light side of the human psyche, accompanied by Yang. One half of the original tag team, Yin.
And that's a pretty good strategic assessment by Yin and Yang. Yin having to defeat the #2 contender in this match. And that is, of course, Akira Merune, the Mistress of 1,000 Holds, one of the smartest wrestlers in the AWL. And then she's going to have to face the modern-day Amazon for the title. So yeah, beat the brain, beat the brawn, win the gold. An excellent summation by the original tag team.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan. She is the Mistress of 1,000 Holds, Akira Merune.
#2 ranked in the AWL Best 4. The hard-hitting submissions expert, currently using the Goozle as her preferred signature submission. We will see if she updates her offense for Yin, because you know Yin's done her homework. 10 minutes on the clock in this non-title singles match. Collar and elbow as it should be, go behind. Maybe not a good strategy of Yin to try and grapple with the Mistress of 1,000 Holds. She drops down into, I think, hold 17, the grounded headlock. An Irish whip into the corner and out, trying to take away the arm. And perfect counter wrestling. A little bit of a lucha libre influence in the counter wrestling of Akira Merune. Akira Merune. It's a bit of, her name's a bit of a pun in Japanese, and if you don't speak Japanese, it doesn't make any sense. But the referee having to get involved here to try to break these two up in the ropes. Senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family will be enforcing the rules tonight in all of our matches, including our main event still to come for the AWL Intercontinental Championship. 4th title defense of the giant Kyoujin Kobayashi against Sonbou no Yaiba. We have double reinforced the ring for that one, because this ain't SummerSlam. We ain't got the money for that shit. Elbow strikes to escape the hold. Yin more of a striker than Akira Merune. Merune more of a grappler, more of a submissions expert than Yin. Of course, Yin's going to build her offense around the duality driver. Oh, a takedown, looking for, yes, looks like for an anaconda device, but foot under the rope, says the referee. I agree with that. Yin definitely had her foot across the plane of the ropes. Quick cover and a quicker kick out by the woman from the light side of the human psyche, the original AWL Tag Team Champions, Yin and Yang, way back in Season 0. The veterans of the Joshi Division. 8 minutes and change currently remaining. Going back, what do we have here? Just pulling on the arms. The knee and the knee and the shoulder blades. That is the secret of that hold, why it's so painful. You think it's just to wrench the arm side of the socket, and it is, but it's also that knee to really drive the point home, if you will. Speaking of going for the back, the backbreaker bow and arrow lock doesn't hold it for too long. Again, very close to the ropes, corrects for that, and now goes into a straight cover. That's interesting. Normally you would expect Akira Merune to go for more submissions, but going for the pinfall here, arm lock into a, what the hell? Schoolboy suplex, I think, or schoolgirl suplex, I should say. 7 minutes and change remaining in our semi-final match tonight. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube crap. As Yin takes the high ground, gives herself some breathing room. She's going up, high risk, possibly high reward, or nothing but disaster. She's going to have to time this absolutely perfectly, and she does. Nails it right to the top of the head. as Akira Merune in serious trouble. Yin completely in control. Akira Merune back to a vertical base, but not back in full control of the match, I don't think. So this could certainly help. No, I don't think so, says Yin. Light side of the human psyche, looking to, for the first time ever, become a singles champion in the Animated Wrestling League. And spin kick right to the head, vintage yin and yang. Back elbow strike. Going into the verticals. No, she's going for the duality driver. Isatsuwasa, duality driver! She's got it hooked in deep. 1, 2, 3. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We know now the next Joshi Championship match. Akira Merune will not be the challenger. Yin versus Athena Jane. The light side of the human psyche versus a modern-day Amazon for the AWL Joshi Championship. That will be next week, right here on AWL Hontai. It'll be episode 375, so stay tuned.
Here is your winner,
Yin! Congratulations to the original tag team. And a statement of intent by Yin. Yin, of course, an anthropomorphic personification, speaks all languages. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time, title on the line. This is going to be big.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, one submission and a knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Championship.
As per wrestling tradition, the challenger makes their way to the ring first. Another representative of the pit. Tag team partner of Gyokuto, the Dark Rabbit of the Moon. This is Sonbou no Yaiba. His name literally means the blade that cuts between life and death. One of the most dangerous wrestlers in the Animated Wrestling League. An absolute living nightmare. And of course, once again, the demon Gisei in his person's corner. I don't even know what Gisei is. We say he's a demon, but I don't know. Is he the one in charge here? Is it still Gamba Hishi Dark? We haven't seen Gamba in months. Is Sonbou no Yaiba the current leader of the pit? I don't know. Maybe Gisei knows, but if he does, he's certainly not telling me. And cometh the giant, Kyoujin Kobayashi, the AWL Intercontinental Champion. The rules of the Intercontinental Championship are unique yet simple. 5 successful title defenses, and you may cash in the IC title for an automatic Grand Championship match. You skip over all of the best 4. You call the match, you decide the stipulations, you decide who, what, where, when, why, and how. It is the road less traveled that this man, the giant, Kyoujin Kobayashi, currently with 3 successful title defenses, tonight is 4th. If he's successful tonight, he will be 1 step away from the end of the road less traveled. But he has got a giant roadblock up against him right now. Taking a look at the competition. There it is, the blank faceplate representing the limitless potential of the Intercontinental Champion. We now go to ringside for our official introductions for this championship main event.
Introducing first,
Oh, shut up. Not yet, he isn't.
from the underworld,
Like nails on a chalkboard.
And his opponent is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion, tonight making his 4th title defense, fighting out of the land of the giants, Kyoujin Kobayashi! This is an officially sanctioned Intercontinental Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL senior official Joey Babagadoosh in charge.
Alright, there it is, the IC title. Big fight field here in the sold-out AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. Sonbou no Yaiba, one-on-one, Kyoujin Kobayashi. Here we go, 30 minutes on the clock in this championship match. Oh, back elbow, it's a stalemate for Tachiai, but the first one to go down is Sonbou no Yaiba. That almost never happens. Sonbou no Yaiba usually manhandles his opponent. Electric chair position here, twist, pow! Electric chair sit-out powerbomb. I can barely watch. As I said, we did reinforce the ring. Hopefully it's going to stay intact. If not, hey, it's the main event. We've got all week to fix it. Oh, big takedown by the champion. No, I've never seen anyone manhandle Sonbou no Yaiba quite like this. Kick to the midsection, shot to the back of the knee, trying to take it out. Cross body block takes the challenger down. And now Gisei already less than a minute, 50 seconds into the match, before Gisei starts pulling his nonsense. Distracting the champion so the challenger can hit. It looks like, oh, what the hell was that? Almost a black hole rib breaker or something. And so, oh god, vertical suplex. Deadlift on a 7-foot-plus super heavyweight. Sonbou no Yaiba might be the strongest creature in the AWL. Certainly in the AWL today. 28 minutes, 30 seconds. 90 seconds in, and they're just exchanging blows right now. This isn't even a wrestling match. People are not trying to grab a hold here. This is just beat your opponent down. And they say styles make matches, and this is a big man match. The referee will begin the 20 count. However, of course, the champion's advantage is in effect. And Sonbou no Yaiba knows it. Or if he doesn't, Gisei will make sure he does. Oh, big slap. You could hear that echoing throughout the AWL arena. As both men return to the ring, to the 20-by-20. Big swing and a miss by Kyoujin Kobayashi. Sonbou no Yaiba will not take advantage of that, apparently. That's the only weakness in Sonbou no Yaiba's game, lack of experience. Boom! Big German suplex! Sonbou no Yaiba in trouble. Spinning leg lariat. Oh my god. Kyoujin Kobayashi screaming in pain. Ita! But the deadlift, military press, that is a strong man's stunt feat. Look at this. That is a 10-foot drop. Sonbou no Yaiba assisted by gravity straight into the canvas. And yeah, he just earned that title retention.
Here's your winner, and still Unlimited Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion, Kyoujin Kobayashi.
He was literally screaming in pain to retain the title, but he did it. Ladies and gentlemen, he did it. Join us next week on Friday. We've got the Grand Championship match over on AWL Strong and Free. Next week here, it's the Joshi Championship here at AWL Hontai. But for right now, we thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, enable notifications. And until next week, korede kimarida.